we're going to start with Ihsahn, the former Emperor lead man, now an esteemed solo artiste. From Rotterdam, Norway, he is known for his extreme progressive metal style. I don't know why I really struggled with the word style. Technically, this is his debut EP. I feel like it's unfair to call it a debut EP. It's his first EP, which no means the same thing, but he's 6-7 albums in as a solo artist, so yeah, bit weird. But anyway, it's called Telemark. Apparently, it is the first of 2 EPs that's to come from Ihsahn. I don't know if they're both going to be coming out this year or one is early next year, but it's the first of 2. One is going to be much more experimental, more progressive, much more mellow kind of affair. The other one, which is this one, is going to be more in keeping with his extreme prog lineage. Excuse me. Yeah, so on this you've got 3 original songs plus 2 covers. We'll start with the covers. You've got Lenny Kravitz's Rock and Roll is Dead, and you've got Iron Maiden's Wrathchild. Now, I am not the most familiar with Lenny Kravitz. He had that one song on Guitar Hero. Are you going to be my way? Are you going to go my way? Is that Kravitz? Sure. Yeah, not the most familiar with his work. So I didn't really realise it was a cover at first. I did feel like it was like unusually jaunty from Ihsahn. I also couldn't put my finger on why it felt so horrendously different, even though it was like quite upbeat, had a bit more like clean vocals, which he's not like adverse to doing. He's got a really good singing voice, actually, Ihsahn. The bit that got me was I didn't realise the 3 original songs are all in Norwegian, and obviously Wrathchild and Rock and Roll's Dead both in English. It took me longer than it should have done to realise that. Yeah, so it did feel quite unusually jaunty for Ihsahn Shruti affair. I thought having the saxophone match the guitars riff for riff and just sort of like complement each other like they did. It struck me very King Crimson-y, and again, I've got very limited knowledge of King Crimson, but the go-to song, 21st Century Schizoid Man, the way the guitars and the sax sort of play off each other, I found a lot in common with what he was doing in Rock and Roll's Dead. And it just felt like just a bit too odd, which is weird considering Ihsahn has never really shied away from doing anything with his music, but yeah, it was just a bit too upbeat brass on this occasion, because I liked it when they did it in Wrathchild, which is a bit hypocritical, but I don't know. Wrathchild, I'm more familiar with the song. If any band's going to cover it, Gallows is always going to be the best cover of Wrathchild. Do not at me. Please do, I'm so alone. The cover doesn't really deviate too much from the original Iron Maiden version. The sax and the clean vocals on the chorus does give it like a bit more jazzy, upbeat, big band sort of thing that you'd get from the 60s, which I much prefer in Wrathchild than I did in Rock and Roll's Dead, but I think that's just because I prefer the song Wrathchild from what I heard of Rock and Roll's Dead. Even if I heard the original, I don't think I would be really into it, but there we go. The originals don't really push the boat out on what Ihsahn is already known for, and that's not a slight on Ihsahn at all. He is a wonderful musician. I know a lot of people go for Eremita for his solo stuff. For me, I much prefer Arctis. I think Arctis was fucking great. Amir, I kind of saw Amir as a step down, which is weird. I've seen a lot of people give it good reviews. For me, Amir just didn't really do it for me, but there you go. The 3 original songs on Telemark then, yeah, it just shows off the creativity he's already known for. I really enjoy his use of saxophone. Off the top of my head, I can't really recall him using saxophone to this level. He's worked with Jorgen Munkeby from Shine before, and he's worked with guys from Leprous who I think use saxophone every now and again. And he's worked with like loads of musicians who have all like probably dealt with it in the past. But off the top of my head, I can't really think of him using saxophone before. So this is like a very saxophone-y kind of sound, and I think he's done a really good job. A lot of what I said for Wrathchild, it sort of like complements riffs quite well, and it really bolsters those riffs, really bolsters transitions as well, from even from like riff A to riff B, as much as it does from like verse to chorus to verse to solo to chorus and yada yada. One thing I've always picked up on Ihsahn's solo sound is his use of repetition and his manipulation of it. So you can hear the same riff or the same lick over and over and over and over again, and that's one of the things that I like tend to dislike about prog, hearing there's like little bits over and over. But for me, what really gets it with, or Ihsahn really gets right, fucking hell, is he can have that repetition, and it's just what goes on around it that changes, and what makes things so interesting, and what makes his music so great. So on times you'll have this big building, like almost post-black metal wall of sound. Other times you've just got the rhythm guitarist doing his own riffs on the other side of things. I'm going to sneeze. Fuck. That's like the 4th time I've sneezed in an hour. If I get hay fever this year, I'm going to fucking cry. I've never had hay fever before. I like laughing at people who are pollen's bitch. Ah, fuck. We're good? We're good. What was I talking about? Oh yeah, repetition. So you've got like lead guitars doing their thing. And in the background, you've just got different things happening where it is, again, like I was trying to say, the post-black metal build, something a bit more technical where it's just the rhythm guitarist whittling in the background, or it's for something a little bit more chill. And yeah, it's something that could go so wrong so easily, but that's what makes Ihsahn so great, is that he doesn't do it wrong most of the time. There are some songs where I'm kind of like, me. But yeah, as a little taster of, if you are unfamiliar with Ihsahn, I think this is a really good shout. In terms of like albums, I think the reason why I prefer Arctis to Eremita is because I think Arctis is... Oh, what's the fucking word? It's a good starting point, is what I'm trying to say. But if you just want a taste for Ihsahn to find out if his version of extreme prog is your thing, give Telemark a go. It's a good sample of what he can do, but just know everything on here, he can do it so much better. I have no idea if that actually changes, because I changed my mic settings recently, so I have no idea if going farther or closer away actually changes anything. So we'll find out in post. But yeah, that is Telemark. That is technically the debut EP from Ihsahn. He has done so much more. Please look him up. He's very, very good.